everyone! Today we're with Gabrielle and Mary Murguia from Wool Life Insulation. They're going to help us fill these two stud bays with sheep wool insulation. This is going to be a simple, cheap, DIY-friendly method of installing blown-in insulation both in houses and vans. We start off by measuring the area to cover, then cut a polyester mesh to the right size. Since polyester isn't the most eco-friendly material, they're looking for more sustainable but equally durable options. Next, install the mesh in a triangle, the top middle edge, the bottom left edge, and then the bottom right edge. This ensures a tight fit over your stud bay. You can either use a mechanical staple gun, which costs around $20, or a pneumatic gun and compressor, which can cost over $200 but will save you a ton of time. The staples must be 2 inches apart and flush with the studs. Now for the genius DIY rig that uses a $100 blower and mulcher. Use duct tape to attach a cheap 2-inch vacuum hose, which costs around $20, or this 3.5-inch hose, which costs around $100. Cut 3-inch slits in the polyester mesh for the hose. Next, turn on the mulcher, feed the sheep wool into the vacuum, and let it fill up the wall cavity. Wool Life recommends this method for DIYers since it leads to an ideal density and fill. It's recommended to wear a face mask or a respirator during this process. At this point, you can either spray the sheep wool upwards or cut another slit higher up. You can even pick up the loose pieces on the ground with the mulcher for an easy cleanup. Make sure there's no wool in front of the studs. The same method can be used to insulate a van. Use a $10 hot glue gun to attach the mesh to the inside of the van. Turn on the mulcher, feed in the sheep wool, and insulate your van. Alright, so that was a very convenient and easy method of installing sheep wool. Now let's discuss its pros and cons. The manufacturer Wool Life has engineered their product so that it's superior to its competitors. I spoke to the owner Stephen Fuchs about glass point transition, the key fundamental that affects wool processing.
There's a science called glass point transition, and that is when the fibre is at its most relaxed state. The optimum conditions for wool to be most flexible and to be able to be manipulated and managed is 65% relative humidity and 20 degrees Celsius. The textile belt runs from about South Carolina through to Georgia up to Tennessee, and that is where those optimum conditions are existing.
Their sheep wool is processed in Georgia in the textile belt. Since its fibers are stronger, they don't compress, settle, or slump. They can be bent 20,000 times before breaking. They can handle the vibration in moving vans and other vehicles. Even though it is compressed during shipping, it returns to its normal form and shape. The fibers actually expand for 2 weeks after installation, which helps fill any small gaps. Since van cavities are uneven, this product is better than using board insulation like XPS. Wool Life only sells loose fill and not batts. While batts are easier to install, they do not perform as well since they can slump over time and separate from the studs on your wall. All these features give Wool Life's product an R value of 5.825 per inch, much higher than the 3.8 value of other sheep wool products. Keratin in sheep wool fibers absorbs chemicals like formaldehyde, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide and breaks down the molecules. This process is called chemisorption. Sheep wool is not toxic, it doesn't cause any skin irritation. Some synthetic insulation fibers can be as thin as 6 microns, but wool insulation is 25 to 40 microns thick, so it is not absorbed through inhalation. Sheep wool can create warm, dry, and healthy environments. They are ideal for vans because they can purify some of the exhaust air. It is self-extinguishing and it won't support flames below 1000 degrees Fahrenheit because it has a high nitrogen content of 16%. It also resists mold growth. It can actually absorb 30% of its own weight in moisture before becoming wet. Sheep wool is hygroscopic. The inner core absorbs moisture when the relative humidity is over 65%. When the humidity levels drop, it releases the trapped moisture. It is an environmentally friendly material, it has low embodied energy, it's biodegradable, it has a long lifespan, it's safe to recycle and reuse, and it can be used as biomass fuel at the end of its life. Sheep wool requires 15% of the energy used to manufacture glass wool. It does have 2 drawbacks though. It is more expensive than lower quality synthetic insulation. It's $1.50 to $2 per square foot for batts and $1.75 to $2.8 for blown-in. Wool Life was able to fill the 2 stud bays for $150. However, if you buy it in bulk, there are significant cost savings. They also provide next-day shipping from their facility in Georgia. Another issue is that it expands quite a bit. After leaving the wall open for 4 weeks, I wasn't able to put the sheet of drywall back on. It just wouldn't fit. I was selling my house and I couldn't leave it exposed, so I had to take it down. On the one hand, that was proof that the wool does expand and fill small cavities, but on the other, you have to be careful not to overfill it. So in conclusion, it's a great product. Simple installation, durable, not too expensive, and it's good for both indoor air and the environment at large. I would love to see a larger global movement that uses wool or hemp fibers for carpets, curtains, and wall coverings, exposed fabrics that directly affect air quality. A big thank you to Wool Life for the demonstration. Their customer service team is great to work with. I'll link their website and my Patreon page in the description. If you can support me, I'd really appreciate it. A big thank you to everyone already supporting me. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See ya.